Hello everyone and welcome back to some good old StarCraft 2. Today it's time for a viewer-submitted game where we find ourselves on the map Altitude. It's a Platinum League match of Terran versus Protoss. We're first off already sending out one of those SCVs. Playing here with the red Terran pieces, we have I Suck at StarCraft. I guess we'll be the judge of that. At the very least, I like his nickname already, you know. I've casted a lot of Platinum League games over the years, and let's just say that yeah, not everyone seems to be as well aware of their current capabilities. The opponent in the opposite corner, playing with the blue Protoss pieces, he goes by the name of Sparda. Sparda. Not with a T, but with a D. I'm not exactly sure as to why that is, but I think we'll be A-okay. Sparda. I think Sparda is one of those guys who's been cheesed one too many times. He does not want to have any proxy barracks building on his side of the map. He wants to make sure that he's 100% safe against whatever it is that the Terran player is throwing at him. Now, one thing he could do is just chase around the scouting worker instead. I mean, technically speaking, I guess there could be multiple SCVs already out on the map, but honestly, it shouldn't be that great of a strategy against Protoss anyways. There is, however, the matter of this SCV that went across really early. Barracks is finishing up on top of the ramp. It is double gas. Oh no, I think I know what this is. Are you gonna proxy the factory instead of your opponent's main? It would be hilarious, because Sparda has been scouting literally everywhere except his own main base, I suppose. I mean, he checked it earlier when the SCV was in there. Yep, that's what we're doing. Okay. So wait, did he just start up a bunker before he did that factory? I'm not exactly sure. For some reason, that factory seems a little bit late to me. I think he could have started it up a little bit sooner. But anyways, despite the fact that Sparda has been trying his very best to not get cheesed in the earlier stages of this match, he does not have vision of the corner of his main. There's snow falling as well, so I can imagine maybe the vision of these probes is not as good as you'd like to be. You know, you'd like to have it. I mean, I'm assuming they have some sort of sensors that will still be able to detect, but they can only look around themselves, right? They have little eyes, I guess. Maybe that little, I don't know, thing at the front of their face. Maybe that can provide a little bit of vision, but they have vision all around them, which is amazing. Anyways, factory is finished up. Apparently, we're not greedy enough just yet, so I Suck at StarCraft now also decides to add on a reactor. Ooh, Adept is going. Okay, so the Adept, well, normally I'd like to see it sent across the map, and I do think that's the optimal choice most of the time, but he sees what's going on, and he now finds that factory right here in the back of his main base. One Adepto is going to take about 7 years in order, in order for it alone to kill that factory. There's a Stalker coming up on the back of this as well. With the reactor, it's either going to be Hellions or Widow Mines. Yeah, so there will be 2 Widow Mines right now. This is a interesting little bit of harassment, right? Rather than, I guess, flying them inside of a medevac or something like that, which is what we see all of the time at a high level, he's just gonna literally produce a Widow Mines inside of his opponent's main base. You guys do have to intercept this, by the way. Technically speaking, Protoss is fine. Yeah, no, that's not how you intercept anything. There's Widow Mines just walking over. Okay. Well, maybe not the perfect micro right there on those 2 units, but the problem is, yeah, how exactly is he... Oh my god, he made an armory as well. How exactly is he going to get rid of those units if he does not have detection? Well, he's making more Hellions right now, too. I would have liked to see more Widow Mines, if I'm being brutally honest. Anyways, Twilight Council was the name of the game right here for Sparda. He does immediately put down a robo facility upon seeing that he cannot... Oh my god, really? You're gonna drop a mule inside of your opponent's base too? Anyways, upon realizing that he needs detection here, he starts up a robo facility. We need an observer right away. Let's see if Sparda is gonna be a little bit more on point right here with his resource spending. I don't like the idea of getting Hellions here, actually. I would have liked to see more Widow Mines just attempting to make their way down. I wonder if you burrow a Widow Mine over here. I think it might still be able to reach that right over on the left side of those mineral fields. Anyways, observer is coming up. And eventually, Protoss, I believe, will clean all of these units up, but not before these Widow Mines fire at least one more time. That mule over there was silly, okay? Yeah, now we have a little bit of body blocking going on. That's good. Okay. Now we have a little bit of body blocking going on. That mule was just there, I guess, to repair the factory. Who's now going to retreat. These mines, you know what? I think that will be cleaned up here eventually. Don't lose the Adept. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. He didn't care for that Adept. The Adept did not stop the very first Widowmine hit. So it is what it is. In the meantime, though, I do like this a lot from Sparta. He decides to go straight towards a third Nexus. Now, he hasn't scouted his opponent at all, so he has absolutely no clue about what's happening inside of the main base of I Suck at StarCraft. But don't worry, his nickname is descriptive enough. I don't know what's going on here, okay? Only just now is when we're trying to leverage this, well, I was gonna call it an advantage, but I don't even think it's an advantage anymore. Only just now is when the command center is about halfway done. He starts up a third command center too. He's busy microing this factory. Adept has been reincarnated into, well, another Adept. And I guess, oh my god, we're just... There's no win condition, right? That's what always bothers me about a lot of these strategies in the early game. There is no win condition. The idea was, okay, I'm gonna make a factory inside of my opponent's main base, and then I'm gonna try and deal some damage. But there was no way that alone was gonna win the game, right? Like, that alone wasn't gonna win the match. So if you know that you're gonna have to transition, why is the transition so... Why did we make 4 missile turrets? Maybe it was the Protoss player who got cheesed a little bit too frequently, but I think that maybe I Suck at StarCraft has seen a couple oracles inside of his base. Now, little tip here, I Suck at StarCraft. You could make 1 missile turret right over there. Or maybe, you know, get one of those Widow Mines inside of your mineral line. You seem to be quite fond of those. Not a bad idea. And maybe Marines? Those units are alright. Anyways, the harassment here continues. It's a very ambitious Stalker. It got shot at many times, more so than the average Stalker, so at least we've got that going for us. Stalkers eventually, though, from the main base, will be wandering down towards the low ground. Warping inside of the main base of the Terran player right now as well, trying to get rid of some of these units. Somehow, some way, that War Prism, despite all of the missile turrets, manages to stay around. Double starport here now inside of the main base as well, by the way, of I Suck at StarCraft, who morphed one of his... I didn't even realize this. He morphed one of his one of his command centers, not into an orbital command, but into a planetary fortress instead. So, I believe the email of this particular game, I think it said that these players were like 2800 MMR. It seems to me that maybe Mr. I Suck at StarCraft... Is he gonna go planetary here too? Yeah, he will. It seems to me that this is the kind of player who has not really watched or studied the game a whole lot. He may just be playing his own match, and he may just be coming up with his own strategies. Because honestly, he's not playing a bad game. He's just not very good at executing a quote-unquote conventional strategy, right? Like, it seems to me that he has no idea about what a more optimal version of Terran looks like. Or, you know, God forbid, he tries to play... maybe he plays this game for fun. That would be ridiculous. We all know that. Playing StarCraft 2 for fun in 2023. Are you kidding me? Don't even know if that's legal. Oh, okay. They are going to be... he didn't notice that, I don't think. They are going to be able to shut that Widow Mine down as well. Gateway's starting up. So Sparta is playing a relatively conventional game. I Suck at StarCraft, however, this planetary fortress. Like, it would have been okay if it wasn't for the missile turrets and the planetary fortress here. It's all a little bit funny. Okay, so we're going Hyperflight rotors together with the cloaking upgrade on 1 Banshee. We could make multiple Banshees right now, but since he sucks at StarCraft, as his name, you know, implies, he's only making 1 Banshee here. And okay, now we're adding on a couple more. Fair enough. Okay. So I Suck at StarCraft is a harasser, okay? He's not an army builder. He's not a macroer. He is a harasser. And sometimes, I guess, when you do harass your opponent for long enough, they will leave the game. Sometimes they will leave the game. Oftentimes, though, it is the follow-up attack that actually wins the match. Just harassing alone and killing a lot of workers. I mean, when you don't make any workers yourself, so you don't actually leverage your way into any advantage, it's not great. Oh my god, there's a huge mountain here in the bottom right corner of altitude. Look at that. We are indeed at a pretty high altitude, apparently. Look at this, man. You could go skiing here. Well, assuming there's a little bit more snow. But it seems to be coming down at the sky right now. That's actually sick. I haven't seen this bottom right corner. What's over here? Okay, same thing in the top left. So he's still just, yeah, sending in the Widow Mines 1 at a time. This one, however, is going to be burrowed at one of the expansions that Protoss will likely try to take later on. Protoss going for an Archon-based army right now with a bunch of Blink Stalker as well. Okay, so Hyperflight Rotors is finishing up. That's the speed upgrade for those Banshees. 2 more starports on the back of this as well. I think we're waiting for those Banshees to make a bit of a move, right? They're probably gonna commit to a push here eventually. Okay, Zealots get in, but I mean, there is a planetary fortress here in the natural expansion. So they're not gonna be able to achieve all too much. Command center building here in the top left-hand corner as well. So we're going for a couple of proxy bases. So how many Banshees do we need here, Mr. I Suck at StarCraft? How many Banshees are we looking for? We're only at 4? I feel like you've been making Banshees for like 5 minutes. How do we only have 4 Banshees out of 2 starports? Or I guess now even 4 starports. Okay, we're gonna make 4 of them at once now. That is a little bit better. Protoss in the meantime, having a tough time spending their money. He decides to go for some photon cannons. I guess he's a little bit concerned for that Liberator harassment. So even though the Liberators haven't really killed that much, he's now, you know, still forcing out indirectly a bunch of photon cannons too. Okay, Sparta. All you really need to do is just make a bunch of army and then go attack, okay? Here go the... Oh, they're fast. Here go the speedy Banshees, though. Apparently, we finally have enough. Oh, we're gonna go after the Nexus itself. Interesting. I thought we were gonna harass the mineral line, but no, we're just gonna go and kill the Nexus itself. Starts up 1 Phoenix right away. We're gonna need some form of detection as well. Battery overcharge, trying its best to keep this alive. Stalker's coming on over in this direction. Is he gonna be able to keep it alive? I mean, if he does not bring detection... Okay, there it comes. Gonna have a hard time. Okay, eventually the Banshees do finish the job. And it looks like they will be able to sneak away. Sneak away. More Banshees here on the left side of the map as well. We're building 4 of them at once. There are a couple Marines out right now as well, so we are... Nah, I was gonna say, we are maybe making a couple of conventional units, but that's not quite the case. Planetary Fortress coming up over here as well on the left side of the map. So we have 1 orbital command and soon to be 3 planetary fortresses. Fortri. Planetary Fortri. I think that's the correct name. Okay. Our Phoenix is up in the air now. They can obviously move and shoot at the same time, but these Banshees are still cloaked. Since there's also still Banshees here on the right side, I guess that Sparta has to split up his detection. So far, he is trying his best, but he's all army hotkeying them instead, so not really quite using the fact that he's got 2 observers here. One of the Banshees, however, has run out of energy, and the rest is not going to be too far behind either, but now the observers are close by. There's those photon cannons from earlier too, dealing a bunch of damage, and this is all gonna get shut down. Okay, Sparta. Here's what you do, Mr. Sparta. You warp in around the units, and you attack. Warp in a round of units, and then you attack the opponent's base. You are now leading this game with a very significant margin, because despite all the worker losses, right? So at this point, well, it's actually not even that many. How many Nexus did I lose? Yeah, just 1 Nexus 70 Pro. It's honestly not even that bad. Yeah, he also killed 7 SCVs this game. I really thought that Mr. Suck at StarCraft would have killed, like, I don't know, at least like 3 dozen probes at this point, but not quite. Anyways, maybe these Banshees can bring that a little closer. He's once again getting greedy here, killing the Nexus itself, and I think he might be able to get it. Protoss was just making his way for an attack, but now everything is coming back home because the Zealots, man, the Zealots, they are needed. The most important unit when it comes to defending against Banshees. You really do need those bad boys. Okay, so here's what I suggest. Here's what I suggest, Sparta. Phoenix is in 1 control group with 1 observer. The rest of the army in another. So we leave the Phoenixes for base defense, and everything else is gonna go across the map. Right? That's a great idea. Anyways, Terran in the meantime. After going for the proxy factory inside of his opponent's main base, after going for mass Banshee on the back of it as well, he's now found a unit that's incredibly expensive and thus allows him to drop some of his money as he starts up 4 battle cruisers. Now, he did queue a couple of them as well. So maybe, you know, he doesn't have as much as you'd imagine, right? He's queuing a bunch of them up, so his macro may be... I mean, he still has a ton of money in the bank. His macro could still be improved quite a bit. Yamato cannon upgrade also coming. We do also have the flyer upgrades too, which I do quite like. Oh, he actually got the +1 armor too. That's interesting. Anyhow, yeah, the battle cruisers, I actually don't mind them in this situation. Protoss has clearly not been attacking all too much, but now he's finally coming across the map. And I think that Sparta can just go and win the game. If Sparta, I was gonna say, if he gets here before the battlecruiser route, I think he has a chance. Repair plus Planetary Fortress plus Battlecruiser, however, can certainly pack a punch. I suck at StarCraft, though, as a harasser. So I think he's going to jump them. Right now. Go. No? Okay. Well, then use them for base defense, because I do think that's a little bit better. The problem is that the... Hello, guys. What? Okay. That was so slow, man. My god. That was like, what, 10 seconds went by? Big Stalker warping over here on one slow pylon. So, yeah, just target it down. There you go. Oh, actually, no, there's another 2 pylons. Okay. Could have just killed the Stalkers, I think, which will still happen. Protoss army, though, has in the meantime cleared out the Terran's natural expansion, but he has not been scouting whatsoever. He does not know about these bases that are all the way on the left side of the map. I suck at StarCraft as one of those players who thrives in chaos, man. This is what he likes to do. Yamato gun is finishing up as well, so the weapon refit. These battlecruisers, look at them opening at the front. Did you notice, by the way? Hold up, I'm gonna pause the game. I did not notice until like 3 years ago. And I had played tens of thousands of games at that point. Look at the battlecruiser, right? So the battlecruisers right now, look at their little noses, right? The battlecruiser noses. As soon as the weapon refit is done in the fusion core, and I know that like pretty much everybody knows this, but it was mind-blowing to me. When the weapon refit finishes, look at it. You ready? You see it? Their noses open, man. They change a little bit. The model of the battlecruiser changed. I did not notice for an embarrassingly long time. I'm hoping at least someone else's mind is blown as well. So you don't actually have to scout whether or not they're researching. You can, well, I mean, it's still nice to know if they're researching the Yamato gun upgrade, but... yeah. Anyways. That's a very aggressive little Yamato cannon over there. I think he was better off that battlecruiser anyways, if that upgrade was not researched. At the same time, there's also a little bit of aggression here on the left. One of the BCs ends up dying over there as well. Stalkers sacrificing themselves one at a time into the main base. You love to see it. But eventually, there we go. One more Stalker goes down, but the battlecruiser, whew, it also ends up getting sniped. Still, I would really like to see some of these low HP units being brought back home. Warping is going to finish up. A little slow on the jumps. Yeah, this one also not controlled whatsoever. Oh, it's painful, man. Okay. Could have gotten that if he blinked forward, but he hasn't been blinking forward. No? No jump? Oh my... Oh, he gets it eventually, but... I think he could have just jumped with the Stalkers underneath those BCs at least 3 times. Okay, Sparta, here's what you do, mate. You go and grapple your army, and you attack move and go win the game. It doesn't even matter to me anymore that you don't know about these bases on the left side of the map. It's irrelevant. You just have a 60, 50-ish supply lead at this point. That's huge. The only problem is that there's a planetary fortress on the high ground. This planetary can actually stop quite a bit of supply. Oh, there's Hero Marines from earlier on as well, trying their very best. Stalkers do blink into the main, but now the planetary fortress is helping out. You know what? Remember when I said I didn't care about the fact you didn't know about the proxy bases? I do actually care. It was a prank. I think you should really go and scout that. Couple of Widow Mines once again. Is that from the... That is from the proxy factory that's been there the entire game long. Battlecruisers are being made. My god, Sparta, you've been winning this match. I feel like Sparta at this point in the game thinks he's been losing this game for 18.5 minutes. But truth be told, he's been winning for the entirety of it. He's been ahead the entire time. The only problem here is that he's probably playing with a heartbeat of about 170. And there's too much adrenaline going through his body right now. And it makes you think weird things, man. I've been in this situation many times as well as a StarCraft player where you completely underestimate your situation. No. Okay. Could have retargeted with the mine, but I guess I shouldn't be too critical. Anyways, these games, they are stressful to play. So despite the fact that Sparta is very far ahead, I'm a little bit concerned that he's gonna leave. I'm a little concerned that at some point he's like, you know what? Screw all of this. I am out. And if that happens, Terran wins. So even though there doesn't seem to be that big of a win condition here to the Terran's playstyle, he's once again going after a freaking Nexus. It's never gonna happen, mate. I mean, it shouldn't. Oh, he's trying. Oh my god. Even killing that Nexus with like 3 mineral fields remaining at the cost of that many BCs? Those battlecruisers were more expensive than the 300 minerals that are remaining here on this base in total. Anyways, he's losing the plot a little bit. Is he gonna lose another one? Well, he already used the tactical jump. I think I Suck at StarCraft lives up to his nickname. And I think that's beautiful, but he should have really not researched the weapon refit, man. Turns out the Yamato cannon upgrade right here for I Suck at StarCraft is just gigantic bait. It's just a button that's dangling in front of his nose, and he wants to click it so bad that he will click it, even if it comes at the cost of like 4 of his battlecruisers. How many BCs have now gone down? 9 battlecruisers. 9 battlecruisers, and this is all Sparta assuming coming out of a one-base Terran economy. These SCVs are leaving home. Come on, man. We should realize what's going on at this point. We've got an observer. Please tell me you're not gonna... Please tell me that we're not gonna, you know, see the Terran player winning this game. If Terran wins this game... The only reason I can imagine Terran winning this game is if Sparta just not... No, he just doesn't realize it. He had full vision of that huge transfer on the SCVs, but he still just assumes that this is a one-base Terran. Terran buildings fly, man. At this point, yeah, you could imagine that those command centers are all over the map, but you should realize that there's no way you can produce this many battlecruisers. You can't lose a dozen battlecruisers just off of one base. It just doesn't... Oh, we're going back home again? Okay, so we're once again marching all the way down south. Battery overcharge once again being used to try and keep this Nexus alive. Stalker warping. I mean, he's hitting the Nexus again. Why keep... Stop hitting the freaking Nexus, man. Okay. Yamato gun towards the natural. He's here to finish the job that he started earlier. Not that this base really serves any function whatsoever, but it is gonna go down. There you go. It's dead. We got him. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. I like how he still, by the way, made so many High Templar. Sparta's like, surely there has to be a bio army on the back of this, right? Surely there is no way that we're not gonna see Marines and Marauders coming across the map before too long. So he got all of those High Templar, but yeah, nothing to really storm. Yeah, okay. Stalkers, once again, going after the BCs. So we are losing another group of battlecruisers. In the midst of chaos, though, those bases on the left side have never been scouted. The Terran player here, if only he would have saved half of his battlecruisers, I think he would have been in a winning position. 14... Imagine if he had 7 battlecruisers right now. Okay, finally, by the way, the command center here on the left side of the map gets scouted. I Suck at StarCraft has got so much money in the bank, too. Oof. This command center over here, just chilling. This one has more value than, you know, the the Nexus he previously killed. Is that command center misplaced? I feel like it's misplaced. Then again, I haven't seen a lot of games yet on Altitude because it doesn't seem to be that popular. Alright, battlecruisers going in. Once again, they're gonna try and kill another Nexus because that is apparently what he likes to... What was that? Neither army? Huh? Hold up, I gotta go back. What just happened here? You know what? We're at a high altitude, right? It's clearly very cold because it's snowing. I'm gonna make the assumption that the inside of the visors, or it maybe, you know, they can't see anything inside of those marine suits. Protoss units probably don't even have eyes. That is one of the weirdest interactions I've seen in a while. It's like, sorry, oh, sorry, coming through, excuse me, coming through, careful. And now the Marines are being... Really? Really? Okay. In the meantime, by the way, and also the reason as to why those Marines were sacrificed. First off, there was a Nexus to be killed in the bottom right-hand corner. You probably need to look at that, right? Those battlecruisers, they needed to, man. At the same time, there was also a planetary fortress here on the left side under fire. He's once again Yamatoing that next... It's got freaking shields, man. It will regenerate. This is a Terran player that dreams of harassment, okay? He dreams of killing probes, killing Nexi, killing drones, killing hatcheries, but not of winning the game. If only he would have spent, though, all the money he's got right now. Look at this. He's got 4,000 resources in the bank. If he would have spent that on Marines and Marauders, I think he would have won this game. There's no way, man. There's no way he's winning this. I don't believe it. These expansions are all running out of money. Unless the base at the 3 o'clock position... Well, I mean, this one lives for a little bit longer. Unless the base right here at the 3 o'clock position, once again, remains unscouted for forever. Battlecruiser count is looking kind of scary. Battery overcharge here, though. Even though it got nerfed, it's still pretty dang good. Another BC ends up going down. You know what? He didn't even need to make Marines and Marauders. All he really needed to do was just not lose 15 battlecruisers. For a unit with, what, like 500 hit points? How much HP does a battlecruiser have? Like 500? I think it's like 500. Yeah. Oh, 550 even. Man. I'm impressed with how many he's lost. Honestly, that is not easy. Okay, a couple of Banshees now also join in the fray. Void Rays once again. Lasers. Bzzz. Prismatic alignment, unnecessary, even though it's an armored unit and it would be really strong. We do need an observer. We could storm it. We could make use of that Banshee. Or, sorry, of that High Templar, rather. But no. No. I suck at StarCraft is running out of money. But luckily, he's got a piggy bank. Luckily, he's got a little bit more. No SCVs available inside of the main base to try and repair this BC back up to full. Sparta has been running back and forth the entire time. This is what I imagine. I'm gonna try and do a reenactment of exactly what's going on in Sparta's mind the entire game long. Okay, here we go. Ha! Widowma! Okay, oh shit! Oh, Banshee! Banshee! I'll take it. Oh, Liberator in the main base. Back home. Oh shit! Battle Cruiser. That is how the last 26 minutes of Mr. Sparta have been going. And I don't think he's quite realized the situation that he's been in the entire time. It's just that I think he could have attack moved towards the other side of the map about 17 times and literally won the game. Here's another Widowmine walking. What? You found the spot! You knew about these photon cannons because that's what you ran all your Marines into. Okay, well, Banshee's going in. Banshee's going in right now. How much longer is this game? Should I? I'm gonna open the timeline, okay? The game is another 8 minutes long. Anybody can win, man. I feel like this game was over so many times. It's another 8 minutes. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pause the video right now. Let me know down below in the comment section who you think wins this game. Okay, did you comment? Okay, good, thank you. I'm curious, because I think Protoss has been winning this game the entire time, but I have no idea anymore. I'm a little bit afraid that Sparta's stress is too high right now, and that he is just completely blindsiding this game, and that he's just, you know, gonna leave the game. Because this man has been putting out fires left, right, and center, man. He's been working a 48-hour shift as a fireman. It's... It happens, okay? We needed new people. They've been trying to hire for a long time, but they can't find anybody. Okay, more Banshees available. Battlecruiser over here being obnoxious. Yo, Battlecruiser, you should really target fire down the Nexus. No, dude, don't kill the probes. What about the Nexus? Nexus is kind of like a big probe. Go, 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 go. Yeah, he hasn't actually selected his battlecruiser in forever. I can guarantee you he would have targeted down the Nexus if he knew. It would have then gone down to about half of its shields and then the BC died. At least now he got some pro kills, so not microing it turned out to be the right choice. He was, however, microing the Banshees over here, and they did manage to kill another Nexus. So now we're getting to the point where 6 Nexi have gone down. That's a lot. Nexuses. That's it. No, Nexi is definitely correct. Yeah, Phoenixes, huh? Didn't we get the Speedy Boy upgrade as well for those? Yeah, we did. Observer's still pretty nice here. I always get the thing confused, though. I always get this upgrade thing confused with the Prism one, because they look so similar. Okay, anyways. Eventually, all the Banshees are gone because he decided to fly them back through the Protoss army. That is very kind. That is not the idea of this golden base. I understand that the map is new, but this was not the idea, man. This was not the plan. Protoss recalling. Okay, don't know why, but we did it. The idea was that you kill the cooling tower, which then kills the Zelnaga tower, which then can kill the rocks over here, and then you can take the expansion with 8 golden mineral fields. You know what he could do? He could shoot with the planetary fortress on the cooling tower, which will then also kill a bunch of the SCVs when they collapse. But then he can use the planetary to kill the rocks as well, and then make a new command center in this location. That, I think, would be a killer move, man. Sparta, did you not just see a gas? Yeah, he did most. I saw his army marching past. Do you not notice the big red square on the minimap? No? Okay. New command center over here. So, what strikes me as a bit odd in this game is that Sparta is not an all-army hotkeyer, okay? He has not been all-army hotkeying all of his units. Which surprises me because he has not scouted anything somehow. Like, he knows about the expansions. And he's trying his best to, like, stay in control of things. But, like, the only reason I imagine you don't have at least a couple units scouting the outer bases, right? And all of these outer expansions as well, is if you have all of your units in one big ball. What the? Why Ravens? Maybe he's really just trying to live up to his nickname, man. Okay, Sparta gets another little bit of vision over here. Now he sees this. What an abomination of a base, man. The map maker is out there somewhere cringing right now and looking, oh my god, it's... Okay, well, can we decide? There you go. No, Void Race, where are you going, mate? Once again, we have a little bit of harassment in the bottom right-hand corner. Void Race. Look, you guys can kill a lot of things here. There is a little bit of anti-air, I guess, in these auto turrets, but there's not that many auto turrets. I guess you guys don't have that much HP either, so it is what it is. Okay. Take that, Stalker. Treason in the ranks of the Protoss. For some reason, one of the Stalkers, man, maybe the commanding officer. He says, fudge, no control. No control what? No control key? No control group? Unable to control your units? Because that last one I noticed. That was a very random thing to make, or a very random statement to make 32.5 minutes into a game. Oh, no. Okay, Sparta most What? Sparta most definitely has this game in the bag, right? Oh. There are a lot of if-onlys in this game, right? Look, if only he would have not lost 18 battlecruisers, but like 10. If he lost like 10, I would have liked this game a whole lot better. If only he would have added on those soon-to-be 11 barracks a little bit sooner. Oh, there are so many opportunities to win this game here. And yet, we decided to double down on freaking Banshees. Now, these Zealots, though. I was critiquing his... No! I was just about to give you a compliment! He does use the All Army hotkey. Yeah, no, he most definitely does. Anyways, we now have Marines coming up. 10 barracks, but 8 Marines at once. Stimpak's coming. Oh, Stimpak's researched over here, of course. Wouldn't want to run the risk. We have a planetary fortress protecting it. Medevacs are coming from... Did he make those out of these guys? Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't know why they took a weird route to get towards the top left-hand corner. Fleet Beacon coming up right now for Sparta, who finally has found a way to actually move. We're just lifting all the SCVs, man. We don't have enough Phoenixes to kill the rest of them, but it doesn't matter. At least they can't escape. Okay, Sparta has this one in the bag. Oh, no. There's no way he doesn't. Are we once again gonna throw our troops right here at the planetary fortress? Because there is no thing that I suck at StarCraft doesn't want rather than that, man. That is his only wish in this whole world right now, for you to throw more units into the planetary fortress. Oh, he's thinking about doing something else. That's crazy talk, dude. Okay, there's another planetary you can throw your units into. There are a lot of Marines available, but they don't have a whole lot of upgrades. So, you know, that kind of sucks. Do we not have charge? No, we do. Okay. Why does... Okay, the Zealots were not charging. Stimpak finishes up in the middle of this battle, but I've got a feeling that the Protoss army here is way too big. And it's been too big. It's been too big for quite literally 30 out of the last 35 minutes. Really? That's a weird way to typo GG. Now, if you have an awesome game of StarCraft 2 that you would like me to make fun of, or you would like me to commentate, you can send it over to replays@LowkoTV. Of course, please only submit your craziest and your best games that you actually think are worth casting. Shout out to the players, of course, in this game as well. That was an absolute banger. A little bit cringy, but certainly a banger.